everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, but this one is going to be a little bit different because we're actually going to be starting here in The Sims 2. So I haven't done a Sims 2 speed build before. This is my very first one ever. I wasn't actually like a Sims player back when The Sims 2 came out. I wasn't in the community around then, so I never really had a chance to properly play The Sims 2. I did like once or twice, and I've kind of went into it in a video that I did not too long ago about how I kind of played The Sims 2 a little while ago, and now I've got my hands on it a few months ago. So I'll leave a link down below to that if I remember. It was kind of just like my first time playing, kind of just getting the grips of things because it was such a long time ago I didn't really remember how to play it. And yeah, so I did that with, it was also a face cam as well, which I haven't done in a little while. Anyway, so today's video actually came around from my friend Spring Sims. I've seen him talk a lot about The Sims 2 on Twitter and YouTube and stuff recently, so it kind of got me in the mood to do another Sims 2 video. And I've kind of just been putting it off because I've just never really kind of played it that much. And I kind of just did that one little video a while ago, and that's it really. So I didn't really want to do a speed build just because I didn't really know what I was doing. But just went ahead and did it today. I was kind of like, you know what, let's just do it. It's going to be now and ever because I'm just keep putting it off and putting it off. So that's what we're doing today. Anyway, to the point of the thing I was supposed to mention at the start, this is actually going to be kind of like a Sims 2 versus Sims 4 speed build video. So we're going to be building this home here in The Sims 2, and then shortly we're going to go ahead and jump back into The Sims 4 and then recreate the house. So I did it like, you know, square for square, it's all the same dimensions and everything, and I just tried to do it as similar as I could in terms of the decorations, which was the biggest challenge, to try and get that the same because, you know, it is two different games, so it's going to be different in terms of the furniture and the aesthetic of those things as well, making it different. But I tried my best and I think it did turn out pretty nice. So I don't know how to kind of like upload this. I know some people kind of make like a Sims file share sort of thing about this for like Sims 3 folders and lots I was supposed to say. So if you want me to do that, then let me know. I don't know why you would want this house because it isn't that good. But I kind of just went ahead and built it as good as I could, because, you know, I don't really know where much of the items are in terms of all the different menus and things like that, so that's kind of figuring out for myself as I went. So I was trying to put planter boxes on the windows and stuff, which I couldn't do because I had no idea where those were, and there's some other things as well I want to get inside of the home, which I'll talk about. But yeah, so this home here, the Sims 2 version, took me about 45 minutes to do, which for this size home is insanely long, for me anyway. And then the Sims 4 house took me about 23 minutes to do, which kind of just goes to show how kind of familiar I am with the Sims 4 in terms of building compared to the Sims 2. But I actually have a few more ideas of kind of Sims 2 videos I want to do, so let me know if you want to see that. I think it's a nice idea because it's something a little bit different, but again, I'm kind of very unfamiliar with everything, so it kind of just makes some points of the build a little bit painful to watch. So let me know if you want to see some more Sims 2 videos. And yeah, so right now we're just about to work on the interior. As you can see, that landscaping is, well, just embarrassing to be honest. It was really, really bad. Again, I've never done any landscaping in The Sims 2 before, so that was my very first attempt. I think it went okay. It wasn't the best, but you know what, I did what I could. So we're firstly working on the kitchen here to start with, so just putting some counters down. I couldn't find the cabinets though. I don't know where you get the cabinets from. Maybe it's a different colour swatch of that counter, if that makes sense. I have no idea where to find them, so if you do, then let me know because I have no idea how to find those. So we'll put the stove in here, as you can see. So it's got no cabinet above it and no kind of ventilator thingy. What's it called? The stovetop. No, that's not what it's called. What's it called again? Like the vent thing that there's above cookers. I can't think what it's called. But that thing, we didn't have one of those in here either. And all the lights off too. I don't know, it didn't even cross my mind that the lights are turned off. So, for a good portion of this video, maybe all of it, all the lights are off. But I think you can still see, that was such a stupid move. I don't know why I didn't click onto that, but that's what happened. But for the screenshots, I did turn them on. And it was actually a real pain to go ahead and take the screenshots for this because they were all kind of like very low dimension. I installed this thing a little while ago when I got The Sims 2 back up and running and stuff to, you know, make it fit my computer for like the, you know, the screen size, everything like that. So the recording is in 1920 by 1080, but the screenshots weren't like that. So I didn't really know what to do. So I ended up just going and recording a video and kind of just pausing at a particular point where I want the screenshot to be. And then I went in and took a print screen of it, which took a ridiculous amount of time, but that was kind of the only way I could think to do it. So I know there's a few programs that people install to, you know, actually take proper screenshots, but I'm not going to really worry about that at the minute because I don't really think I'm going to be building too much in The Sims 2, so, you know, we'll just worry about that when the time comes. So, the decoration is fairly basic in the home, which is kind of understandable. Like I said, this is think about it, like, imagine, like, what it's like to build your first house in The Sims 4, and going back to that and looking at it. This is, like, my attempt, but in The Sims 2, because this is the very first home I built, so it's not going to be that great, is it? So I kind of just use my knowledge from what I've learned from building The Sims 4 for the last couple of years and try to do the best I could in The Sims 2. So right now I'm just working on kind of like getting some paintings in and stuff like that. I was kind of just going through, seeing what I could find. I know we don't have a refrigerator. There we go, put one in now. I kind of forgot about it, but we did go back and do that. It's always such a common thing in my Sims 4 speed builds. Not anymore, because I kind of really pay attention to it. I'm like really aware that I always used to forget the fridges, so now I'm kind of like always very aware that I kind of, you know, need to include it, but I suppose I didn't really think about it since this is a different game. Another really kind of frustrating thing about this is that the icons on the, you know, the bottom bar, like you can see all those items there on like that very long bar, like in the menu, well, they're all like tiny. You can barely see what they look like. You have to like click on each one to like make the image bigger, which is really frustrating. And it's one of the things in The Sims 4 that I really like, because you can just easily see all the items in the menu bar, because all the like little thumbnails are much bigger. I know I tried to like find out a little while ago, I think it was actually with The Sims 3, I asked like a question and stuff when I was playing that, how to like make them bigger, because it's the same thing in The Sims 3, like the same problem. So I tried to find a way to do it, but I haven't found any way to do it. So if you do know, then please let me know, because I made it like 10 times harder and much longer to do this, because I was really having to look hard at the items to see what I was picking up, but it's alright. Anyway, so another thing I had a really kind of troubled time with was trying to get like a deck on this build. I was trying to make like a little staircase going up to the front door and have it on a little foundation, but I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even do a foundation. Oh my god. So I probably should have like maybe looked into like tutorials and stuff, but I couldn't really find that many of them for building in The Sims 2. So I would kind of make my own, but I don't really think I'm that qualified to do that, because I couldn't even find how to put a foundation on the home. I mean, I found it, how to do it, but it wouldn't let me do it. It was something about the elevation or something, I have no idea, but that's what happened. And yeah, so we're just working on the bedroom area here. As you can see, we've kind of got like an easel in there, and you probably might see in the screenshots what there's like a canvas on it, because my sim, as soon as I loaded this lot, the sim came in and they just went straight to make a painting, and I never kind of scrapped it, so it was in there in the screenshot. So there's just like a load of scribbles on the canvas, but it's okay. Anyway, so this is the last room of the Sims 2 home, which is the bathroom. Fairly simple. And I also kind of thinking back, you'll see me in a second, I go ahead and put a like a standing lamp in the bathroom. I don't know what on earth I was thinking, but you'll see me in a second when I do that. That was such a stupid idea. Like, well, maybe, I don't know if that's like something that maybe people do in real life, is put a standing lamp in their bathrooms or not. I don't really know. I mean, it is The Sims, so it's not like much of a problem, but it just looks really odd. The screens went blue here. I don't even know if I included it or not. I don't know. You'll probably see in a second if I... No, I don't think I do. Anyway. So, this home as well, just went on to the Sims 4 home here, as you can see. But just going back to the Sims 2 for a second, I did actually... what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I built it on like, I think it was 70 Middle Lane or something in Pleasant View. It was something Middle Lane, I can't remember the exact number, but I kind of moved, like I entered the lot and the name changed for some reason. I had to change it back, but I couldn't really remember what it was called, the actual number of the home. So I tried to make it as best as I could to what it was actually like, but I think it might be a little bit different. Anyway, I don't really think that matters. So we're building this home here in the Sims 4 now, and I built this in Newcrest. I think it was the 20 by 15 lot. Maybe that was it, the 20 by 15. I know it wasn't a 30 by 20. It was smaller than a 30 by 20, but I can't remember the exact dimensions. I think it was 20 by 15. Anyway, so I built this on the... I can't remember which lot it is. oh, what's it called? I cannot remember the name of this lot. It's something like comfy. What? I have no idea. But you probably know what I mean when I'm building this. It's in like the very top neighborhood, like in the very top lot as well of Newcrest as well, if that makes sense. Anyways, that took way too long to explain. So it was a little bit of a challenge to try and replicate it completely because, you know, textures and stuff like that are different. So you can see for the stone, I tried to find one which replicated it as much as I could. And I just tried to find similar items to the Sims 2 ones to try and make it as similar as I could. But even if I couldn't find one, I just wanted to make sure that everything was kind of in the place it was. And everything, you know, worked out that well because I made sure I got the dimensions right, which made everything much easier to do. And yeah, so we're just working on the kitchen as we did in the Sims 2, which was the very first one. And there's also, sorry, I don't know if you could hear that, but the rubbish collection people are going down the street at the minute. So I don't know if you can hear the big truck thing, but if you can, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so like I said, we're working on the kitchen here first, which is also what we worked on first in the Sims 2 house. And I went ahead and chose those counters from Jungle Adventure. I just kind of felt like those were the ones that replicated the colour of those counters the most. It's not exactly perfect, but it was the closest I could get. And yeah, so one other thing I had a bit of a problem with the Sims 4 house here is doing the curtains. I don't know why, but just I feel like in the Sims 2 there just wasn't really that many curtains that I liked, and then compared to the Sims 4 there just was no similarities barely, so it was really hard to try and find curtains that kind of replicated the ones in the Sims 2, but I tried my best. And also, trying to find that painting there to put on that wall next to the TV was so hard for some reason. I just could not find anything that kind of resembled that one in The Sims 2, so that was another bit of a problem. And also, I know that we could have maybe put the cabinets in, since I know where to find those, and I know we do have them with Jungle Adventure. So I could have maybe put them in the Sims 4 house here, but at the same time, I didn't really want to make it so different from the Sims 2 house, just to kind of, you know, like I said, try and replicate it as much as I could. And yes, so another thing you may have noticed that the music in the beginning of this video was a little bit different. I don't really know how, maybe just worse. Because I'm recording this on the 12th. My contract with Curse Network ends on the 20th. And if you want to know more about that and this big, it's just a big headache, this whole thing that's been going on at the minute. Then I kind of talked about it in one of my previous builds. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of my recent ones, and I also kind of talked about it on Twitter. If you follow other Simmers on Twitter, then you probably heard about it as well. Anyway, so it means I don't have access from the 20th to my music subscription service, which is Epidemic Sound. So I have to now find royalty-free music, and all the ones I found are so generic, like just, oh god, it just makes me cringe sometimes. So it's going to be really hard to find some good kind of music that are kind of acoustic themed. So if you do have any kind of suggestions for kind of like acoustic themed music that I can use, like instrumentals for my videos which are royalty free, no copyright, that sort of thing, please let me know, because that'd be really, really helpful, because I'm really struggling to find them. And yeah, so we're now on the screenshots. I kind of alternated between the Sims 2 version and the Sims 4 version, and going back and forwards like that, so you can see how they turned out in each game. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different, but I think it turned out really nicely. If you have any more kind of suggestions for Sims 2 videos or other kind of build challenges you want to see next, then please let me know. And I really encourage you to do this type of challenge as well. I don't know if I exactly created it or not. I kind of just came up with it myself without really checking if anybody had done this before, and then go ahead and do that, and let me know if you do it. So thanks for watching, leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!